Hello, gorgeous soul friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to Mosa's channel. My name is Hannah, and Mosa has asked me to create content here on this channel. This is your weekly pick a card reading. What are you manifesting this week? Full disclaimer, I do not intend on taking your power away. As the operant power in your reality, you are manifesting everything. These tarot card readings are simply to confirm your manifestations that you have already put into vibrational escrow, or to inspire new ones. So keep that in mind as we go about this reading. You can pick between groups 1, 2, and 3, and go ahead and click the timestamp below. It'll take you directly to your reading. Now let's go ahead and get started. Alright, group 1, this is your set of cards. Let's go ahead and see what you have here. Emotions are running high. Getting to know each other. The Ten of Air. Guilt. The Four of Swords. And the Hermit. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm picking up confrontation, an energy of confrontation. But I feel like this has already happened because you have the emotions are running high. I feel like you are possibly in a situation where maybe there has been conflict with somebody, and that conflict is now dying down because the emotions are high. The Hermit is here, so this indicates that, you're spending a period of time alone, maybe reflecting on a situation where there maybe has been conflict, or maybe a situation that really just got you riled up. It doesn't have to be conflict, it can also be excitement. But the only reason I say that it could possibly be conflict is because you have this guilt card. And then you also have the Ten of Air. This can also pertain to a scenario where someone was involved in a court case or a court situation. Maybe the emotions are running high in the sense of like nervousness because of some court situation. It's like somebody may be afraid that they're going to be charged as guilty or something like that. But I do see a scenario where you are kind of getting to know somebody for their true colors, or you're kind of seeing somebody in your life for who they truly are. And I think for some of you, this is quite jarring. This has been quite jarring. In another circumstance, I think there's some of you who have dealt with a person who showed their true colors to you within the past 9 to 10 weeks. And I think that you're finally getting to a place where, you're comfortable with moving on from this person or from this situation. I'm seeing somebody here laying something to rest. Now, this can be in a multitude of ways. This can be a reconciliation where somebody comes around saying that they feel guilty for something that they've done to you. That's kind of what I feel for a lot of you. It's like somebody comes around maybe after a period of, a quite long period of reflection, saying, hey, I've done some growing. I've been thinking a lot. I was acting from a place of being purely emotional and I wasn't thinking. Because the Ten of Air in the original tarot is the Ten of Swords. And when you see the Four of Swords here, the swords are facing down. So the intellect is not being used in this situation. Where there was conflict, if you've been in a situation where there was conflict, I feel like somebody may have done something without thinking. Or they may have said something without thinking. Regardless, there was just a situation where somebody really screwed up a relationship with you because they did something or said something without thinking. And I really think that maybe some of this had to do with somebody being under the influence of a substance, possibly like alcohol. Because the Ten of Air says recovering from an addiction. And if you look in the background here, this woman's drinking. So maybe, for some of you, Somebody may have done something quite hastily or said something quite hastily under the influence of alcohol or under the influence of some sort of substance. And now they're regretting it. So there's an energy of regret that I'm picking up here from someone around you. And I feel like you could be dealing with a Virgo, you could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. They could have a moon in Aquarius. They could have a moon in Gemini or Virgo. But I do feel like the difficult part of this situation is coming to an end. I really see that with this 10 of air, with the 4 of swords. It's like the hardest part is over. If you're dealing with a court situation, the hardest part is over. I feel like you're going to be able to lay this court situation to rest here in the next, we'll give or take 3 to 4 months. Because I see something being revealed that ends up helping you in the long run. It's like there's something that comes out, maybe like a piece of evidence or something that comes out that helps you or benefits you. There's some kind of information here that somebody's finding that's helping you if you're involved in some kind of court scenario. Or if you're involved in conflict with somebody, you may find some screenshots, or you may find some kind of evidence that supports your side of the conflict against this person. I hope that makes sense. But there is just this energy of discovering something, finding something, revealing something. This could also be somebody saying, hey, I never got over you. After all of those years that I've spent alone, I've been thinking about you. Because this could also be emotions running high as you get to know somebody. Maybe you're getting to know somebody who you've already known for a very long time. But it's like the bond is deepening, is kind of what I'm picking up. Yeah, because look with this guilt card here. She's chained. I don't know if you can see. She's got this chain on her hand. So somebody feels bound to you. And it's like, for some of you, you may not have spoken to this person in years. Or you just haven't spoken to this person in quite some time. And it seems like they kind of reappear this week. And they may tell you something about, oh, I was never able to let you go, or I always thought about you, and now I'm here to iron out the folds. Now I'm here to try to remedy the situation. Some of you may you may have somebody come back who's trying to remedy a situation where there was a betrayal involved, where there was some kind of conflict involved, where there were some hurt words said, there was just some nasty things that were said out of a state of emotion, out of a state of maybe even being drunk, whether it was on alcohol or drunk on emotion. Somebody here said something or did something that just was not in alignment, and it kind of messed things up here. It messed up a situation where there was a relationship. And this can be a friend, this can be a lover, this can be a family member, it doesn't really matter. I do feel for some of you this person is maybe a little bit older than you. Or for some of you who are dealing with a court case, there's going to be a scenario that pops up this week. There's going to be some kind of information that pops up this week that allows you to remedy the situation involving a court case. But regardless, one thing you can really expect this week, Group 1, is that somebody is remedying something. Something's getting fixed. Somebody's trying to fix something. And I think it's to do with a relationship, or it's to do with some kind of situation with a court case. But of course, this can be fixing, somebody might be fixing their computer or fixing something in their house. But I specifically see something around fixing a relationship. So maybe some of you are doing SP subliminals. or subliminals to get somebody to come back to you. And you see the results of that subliminal this week. But I do see somebody contacting you with some valuable information about remedying something. Something's getting fixed in your favor. And it's because there's information that's being presented to you that's going to help you in some way, shape, or form. But it's going to get you really excited. I'm seeing that you're going to get to know somebody on a deeper level. And it's going to kind of excite you. Something is getting revealed to you. Somebody's character is getting revealed to you. Some information is getting revealed to you. And whatever this is, whatever it is that gets revealed to you, whether it's somebody's feelings, or whether it's some information that's valuable, or whether it's just a piece of advice, anything. There's something that's being revealed to you this week, some kind of information that is going to make you really excited. And I think the information has to do with somebody feeling guilty about something that they've done to you, or somebody feeling like they haven't been able to let you go, if this is a relationship. But that is what I'm seeing here, Group 1. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can go ahead and click the link down below. I do have 50% off all tarot readings for the month of October. So you can check that out in the description box. My website is down below. And please leave a comment down below and just let me know what resonated with you and what group you were. Take care, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, Group 1. Bye-bye. All right, Group 2, this is your set of cards. Let's go ahead and see what you have here. Show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. New love. Okay. Let's see what else you got. The Six of Air. Insecurity. The Knight of Wands. And the Six of Wands. Okay. So, I do feel like for some of you, for a lot of you in this group, you have a new love interest coming in. And they're coming in hot. And they may be very hot. That's what I'm seeing with this little devil here. This person may trigger some of your insecurities. That's kind of what I'm seeing for some of you. Like, you might meet this person, they may be very good looking, they may be very charismatic. It's that Knight of Wands energy is just very flirtatious, very confident, funny, knows themselves, just very sure of themselves. And I think that for some of you, like right off the bat, when you meet this person, they almost trigger something in you. They may trigger an insecurity within you where you feel quite shy. Maybe you're the type that's typically confident and, fun-loving and sure of yourself. But as soon as this person steps in the picture, all of that changes. Where like you kind of just retract and you're almost like afraid to express the real you. But ironically, this person I think is going to help bring out the real you. Like this person's confidence, maybe at first it might trigger some insecurities, but it's doing that on purpose. Like they may be unintentionally triggering your insecurities as a way to help you see them so that you can clear them and be more comfortable within who you truly are. This person's going to help you appreciate yourself. That's what I see. It's almost like they're gonna kind of crack the layers of who you are. Some of you may be a Scorpio, or you may be dealing with a Scorpio, but I am getting the energy of lots of layers being peeled away, lots of layers being kind of carved out so that you can see the real version of somebody. But this person's coming in hot. Like I said, they may be very hot. They may be very attractive. They may have a lot of people who are very interested in them, or vice versa. You might have a lot of people very interested in you this week, especially if you have strong fire placements, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You may have a couple of people expressing interest in you this week. And I do see for some of you that this lover may come from afar. Like some of you might be dealing with somebody who's at a distance. Or maybe the person that you're connecting with, if you're already connecting with somebody, they might be traveling to visit you. Or vice versa. You might be going to see them. But with the Six of Air and the Six of Wands, this is moving on from something. This is like coming to the end, the close of some kind of situation that you had maybe been running from because of your insecurities. It feels like there was a situation that you were running from. Maybe it was love for some of you, or maybe it was just a new relationship in general, right? That can be business related or friendship related, anything. But there is this essence of a new relationship that presented itself that may have triggered you, and you ran in response, or you distanced yourself, or you disconnected from this situation for whatever reason. But it seems like it's kind of representing itself. Maybe it's in the form of a new person, maybe it's the same person. I don't know. But there's something here that's being represented to you. And you're moving forward with it. Some of you may be going out of town this week. Like I said, there's strong emphasis of travel. But I really do think that some of you are moving forward with a relationship after saying that you were going to be single for a really long time. I don't know why. I have no idea why, but somebody here was saying like, oh, I'm going to be single forever. You know, relationships aren't my thing. Maybe this is the person that you're dealing with. Maybe some of you are manifesting a scenario where your specific person was maybe a little bit of a player. Let's be honest. With this Knight of Wands. But with all the work that you've been doing, you've possibly changed them to be a committed person. Like some of you may be rewriting the story and saying, you know, my SP is ready for a committed relationship. And boom, that's what you're getting. But I do see this energy of somebody moving forward with a relationship after saying that they would not be in one for quite some time. But it's really wonderful. I really think, I don't know, I'm seeing like dates under the stars. Like some of you might go look at the stars with this person, or maybe that's like one of your favorite things to do with this person. Or you might meet with them like during sunset, or you may just spend a lot of days together where like you hang out multiple days on end consistently. You might go to some kind of like, I don't know, like some of you guys might go to like the pumpkin patch together, or like, you know, apple picking. I'm seeing something involving like produce, like specifically going to farmers markets, going to vineyards, wineries. But I really don't think some of you quite yet recognize just how hard you're about to fall. And I say this in a good way. How hard you're about to fall in love with somebody. Or I don't think this person quite recognizes how hard they're going to fall for you. But this is the end of a very difficult situation for some of you. Maybe in regards to love. Maybe you've been going back and forth with this person for quite some time. Maybe for like 6 months. You're like, I've just been trying to get this person to date me for the past 6 months. and they just will not budge. Well, it seems like this week they're budging. Some of you may notice something significant happen around the full moon, the next full moon. So if you're close to like a phone right now, go ahead and look up when the next full moon is going to be. It doesn't matter when you're watching this. This is a timeless reading. But pick up your phone and Google when the next full moon is. That date is going to be very significant in regards to this relationship. Like I said, this could also be a business relationship too, where some of you may see substantial movement in your business. Like you might be traveling somewhere, you might make your new headquarters somewhere. Some of you may get like a new location. Like if you're a brick and mortar type of business, like you may have a new location. Some of you might be moving as well, is what I'm picking up, but this kind of feels temporary travel. Like it doesn't really feel like permanent travel. So if you are moving, I don't think it's very far. Like you might just be moving across town or something like that, or maybe in the next town over. But if you're traveling like temporarily, you might go overseas. But yeah, there's this really wonderful energy. Like I think you're about to really bond with somebody through the intellect, through learning. You might be dealing with Sagittarius. There's an energy of like learning and being intellectual. Somebody's really attracted to your intellect. It might be the one thing that you're insecure about or something like that. It's like the one thing that you're super insecure about is like the one thing that this person really, really, really loves about you, or vice versa. You might really like something about someone and then find out that they're really insecure about it. But that is what I'm seeing here, group 2. If you'd like to book a personal reading, go ahead and click the link down in the description box below, madamdevoe.com. I'm doing 50% off all tarot readings for the whole month of October, so take advantage of that. Go ahead and check it out down below. And please leave a comment and let us know what you liked about this reading, what resonated with you, and what group you were. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, group 2. Bye-bye. All right, group 3, this is your set of cards. Let's go ahead and see what you have here. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. Release your ex. The 5 of Fire. Prayer. The Knight of Cups. Ooh, and the 9 of Cups. Okay, so I do feel like some of you are holding really, really tight onto something. Maybe it's a person, especially if you're dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Maybe Scorpio because we have the full moon in Taurus. This person could be the sister sign of Taurus, which is Scorpio. I do feel like there's an energy of gripping really tightly onto something. Like some of you may want to just take a breather. Take a break from subliminals for a few days. Take a break from like trying to manifest anything for a few days and just watch some TV. Play a video game. Go outside. Hang out with your friends. And I promise you, whatever it is that you've been gripping onto, I really think it's a person, boom, is just going to show up. Because I really think that some of you have been working yourself a little bit too hard when it comes to your manifestations. And you're feeling really burnt out. Because that's what this 5 of Fire is telling me. It's these two messages together are just saying, hey, just sit back. Everything you want's coming to you. Especially if it's somebody that you once dated or somebody that you once were with. This person's coming back to you. So you can just sit real pretty. They're already on their way to you now. Like this person may literally be driving to your house right now to show up to talk to you or something like that, like, there's some crazy stuff going on here for some of you. Like, this person might just, like, show up at your house or something. But there's this, or they might send you, like, a text. It's weird. Some of you may get a text from your person that you haven't talked to in a while, like, during this video, or, like, right after this video. I'm just saying. Not all of you, but some of you will. Because I'm seeing that very, very clearly in the cards. There's just this emphasis on working really hard, like begging and praying, you know, for movement. And I think that movement is happening. I really think that movement is happening for you, but you're in the middle of it, so you're not quite seeing it happen. That's why I really emphasize taking a break and just, you don't have to listen to subliminals every single day. You know, you don't have to script tirelessly every single day. You've already put something into vibrational escrow. You've really pushed it. And it's going to go above and beyond your expectations, but you just have to give yourself a break. Like I said, watch a movie, spend a day watching movies, you know, spend a day just kind of hanging out with some friends. Like, take your mind off of whatever it is that you're wanting to bring in, because it's already happening. It's already on its way towards you, especially if it's a person. But I really also see movement in somebody's career path as well, because you got the full moon in Taurus. This is somebody who's working on their passions. They're working on a career that they're very passionate about, especially with the Knight of Cups, the Nine of Cups. I think you've been pushing like through all of the obstacles with this Five of Fire. Like, some of you don't recognize that whatever it is that you're doing in your career, you're very competitive. Very competitive. And I feel like some of you don't quite recognize it. Like, you're really humble, group 3. So I'm going to give you that. You're really humble. Sometimes it's okay to not be humble. You know, I tell people that being humble is a psyop created to keep people from being confident and keep people from manifesting. Of course, there's a line, right? Like, you don't want to be arrogant or rude or mean, but give yourself a little credit, group 3. Like, seriously, like, you guys are really competitive with something. Like, whatever it is that you do for a living, or whatever it is that you're studying, whatever business you're trying to start, or whatever business you've started, you're very competitive. Like, you might be the only person in your field, or you might just be the best person in your field. Like, you are the top #1 head honcho with whatever this is. And I think some of you don't even see it, to be quite honest with you. I do feel like somebody here might be starting like a farm, or they might be like starting some kind of ranch, or opening up a ranch or something, or going to a ranch, going to a farm. Maybe you're going to be going to like your grandparents' house or something like that. Maybe they live on a farm, or maybe they live out in kind of like the rural country. Because I see somebody from the city going out to the country. Somebody who typically spends their time in the city going out and either living in the country or going to visit the country, the countryside. It just feels like it's a rural area. They're going from a metropolitan area to a rural area. And it's nice. Like, it brings you a sense of peace. But I do feel like you guys really, really need to give yourself a break. And I say this too in regards to your career. Like, some of you are very hard workers. I really do feel like a lot of people in this reading have a strong earth sign placement, specifically Taurus, but it could be Virgo or Capricorn. And I just really see this energy of needing peace. So some of you, you may manifest a vacation out to the countryside, or something like that. Or you may just go out and take a day trip to the countryside to find that peace. It's almost like the universe is pushing you. Your subconscious mind is pushing you to rest. It's pushing you to be at peace. And it knows that whatever this trip is, it's going to give you that. And you know, for some of you, this isn't going to be a very big trip. Like, again, it might just be a day trip. It might be somewhere like 2 to 3 hours away from you. Maybe it's just 30 minutes away from you. But it's outside of like your daily routine of like where you travel. And again, like I feel like some of you guys are just so competitive. You might compete in something. Some of you may win at a competition with something that you compete in. And you may win multiple trophies. Because that's kind of how I see this Nine of Cups. It's like these chalices are trophies. Some of you may be in fighting or something. You might do martial arts or you might do fighting. You may do writing. Like some of you might be doing a writing competition for maybe a scholarship or something. Or you might just be doing a writing competition for money. Some of you might be doing like I don't know, I'm hearing a rodeo. Somebody might do like the rodeo or something. I don't know. But either way, there's a competition here. For some of you, it might be cooking as well. But there's a competition and I see you winning. And I see you winning many trophies for whatever this is. If you have a skill, and this skill has the ability to compete in competitions, like if you cook, if you're at home cooking right now while you watch this video, you may want to consider signing up for like a cooking competition. Or something like that. Or, you know, if you fight or whatever, if you do something that you can be in a competition and win money or win a scholarship or something, like, do it. Like, click off this video now and go sign up for a competition. I'm serious. You will win. But yeah, it feels really nice. I do think that some of you have been really frustrated lately too, if I'm being quite honest. It's just like, maybe little things that don't normally bother you are starting to bother you. And you're just kind of like, oh, why am I so tense? Like, why am I so frustrated all the time? It's because you need to take a break. Like, seriously, some of you need to take a break. Maybe you're training. Maybe you're training for a competition. Or you're training for some kind of career path. Or maybe you're studying a lot for some tests. Take a break. Like, seriously, if you have a chance, you know, even after this video, to just breathe, go outside, take a little walk, like, I'd really recommend it. Somebody may also be getting a pet this week as well. Maybe like a little gray, or a big gray dog. Feels like a big gray dog, just a big animal. Some of you, again, may be moving out to a ranch or something like that, and you're going to have a bunch of animals around you. Horses, cows, pigs, sheep, dogs, cats, owls, everything. It's going to be like Noah's Ark on that farm or on that ranch or wherever you go. It's really wonderful, honestly. I think that some of you love animals and you really get refreshed around animals. So some of you may be manifesting a job where you work with animals, or you might be just doing something in relation to spending time with animals. But that's really what I'm seeing here, Group 3. If you'd like to book a personal reading, go ahead and click the link down below in the description box, madamdevoe.com, and it'll take you to my website. I'm doing 50% off all tarot readings this month for October, so take advantage of that as quick as possible. And if this reading resonated with you, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment box below, letting us know what resonated and what group you were. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, Group 3.